Hi. Thanks, Sean. I wasn't ready.
You said you were ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I saw the light flashing. I knew that shit was muted. Welcome everyone. Welcome and hello and welcome to this Thanksgiving edition of the Plumes of Hazard. I am MassBlast09, and I am thankful for the Angstful Vapor, Understudy 77, and Fubaka. And the fans, all 10 of them. Yay! Look at all those thickens.
Hey, there's one extra tonight because a guy's sister is watching with him, or his girlfriend's watching with him, in the hopes that you make soap again.
Oh shit! No, I'm not fucking making soap.
Dude, that was not cool. I was like, oh shit! Don't have a Diet Coke.
You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for chips.
Look at all those thickens.
Look at all those Snickers. That's close.
I hate
you hit that right. I had a mouthful of Diet Coke. I was like.
Thank you. Little known fact.
I did not.
My best friend in college. Every party we were at, I'd somehow managed to crack a joke at the perfect time and make him spit beer out. Or I've had him had Coke come out of his nose. Had Cokes come out of his nose. Beer.
Wait, chat did take a shit. Look at that.
I'm thankful for chat.
All I see is mad people hopping in chat right now because it's so popping.
Look at
love you too, Motherhead. Love you too.
Hooligans.
Hooligans.
Man, all right. I don't have my little my Yeti thingy for this.
Oh, you're warmer.
Drink
You're cooler. Whatever you want to call it.
Like a savage.
Dude, after vaping on the Narda for a while, and then you go back to something savage like the Lasty, you gotta watch out for them coils, man. It's like they come out and bite you. Wow! Narda's got this little bitty thing kind of cool right in the middle of posts and supporting.
It's like, oh, look at your little bundle of flavor.
Yeah, it's pretty much idiot proof. Then you get to this, and it's like fire.
It's like robot Mr. T that loves to.
Let's see. 29 watts? Nope. Crank that shit up.
Blaze that shit.
Smells like Christmas in here. What up, yo? What's going on, everybody? This is vaping with Mass Blast 380.
Well, Mass is finalizing his cottoning. Phil, what are you vaping on? Well,
sorry.
Hey, Foo. We're not done bullshitting yet.
I know. I just wanted to prematurely try to throw wrenches into shit, man.
Let's play. Find out what Sean moved in his background today.
I'm busy.
For the next few shows, Understudy 77 is going to move one piece of his background around. If you guess what it is correctly, you win something.
You win $15 internet dollars.
Everybody take some time and take a really good look.
Did you know? They're going to take screenshots, you idiot.
That's fine. It's not going to be easy for them to figure out what I moved because I'm not going to touch it.
Did you know that opening scene of the Grand Tour, 3.1 million, wasn't it?
I still haven't watched it yet. So.
Same. It's because they had to pay all those people to be there.
What?
Out in the middle of the fucking desert.
They said that all those people showed up, like fans.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I believe that show is popular as hell.
They're like $20. Fuck that. I like Eighth Gear better.
Dude, that's weird.
What do they throw singles at him and tell him to boo Top Gear UK?
I just pulled up my folder to make sure the logs are working properly, and I went to apparently an older one. For whatever reason, it's got this hash value next to it, next to our IRC server. And under our channels, there's hashtag, discourse, pound the own page, pound try the pink, and pound plumes of discharge.
Why?
Why do we have...
Oh my God! Somebody actually just said I like USA Top Gear better. It's funnier.
I actually haven't watched it yet. I'm really looking forward to it, though.
No, he said USA Top Gear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the USA.
Right now, all of Top Gear sucks.
That thing that we need to forget.
But USA Top Gear has always sucked.
He must, Booten, sorry, no offense, but you probably like watching Pawn Stars too, I bet.
Hey, you're welcome. That's what we do.
Here's the best I could do is $8,000.
And the user that said that that will accept your PMs is Booten NJ. That's capital N, capital J for Jersey.
We go hard.
I like Booten.
We go hard. Jersey.
All right, see that.
I said, "Jeez, thanks for calling me out, Basti."
Which is weird, right? Okay, so why did the USA Top Gear suck so bad? And the reason is because we've got decades and decades and decades of huge, massive car nerds here. We've got tons of funny people here. Why are the
fake acting? It's what fucking American reality television does. It writes shit forced.
American TV in general has a problem that British TV does not have. American TV will hire people based on let's just take the 3 biggest names that'll get involved and slap them in a show together and hope that it works out. British TV, they actually try to sync people up to work.
No, I think
it even past the syncing.
Ours is right. ROOR, roar. He says the reason ours was bad is because it wasn't racist. That might be accurate.
It's all about chemistry.
Yeah, and British TV has always been better at chemistry than US.
Except for vaping shows, right?
More so than the chemistry. It's how much control they have over the people hosting the show, because everything seems forced. I'm sure the hosts of American Top Gear are like, oh yeah, we can shoot the shit, right? But it's fake forced bullshit after the fact, and just British people, despite their shortcomings in whatever various areas, still have the ability to act candid.
Level of control too. They gave, and I know for Grand Tour, one of the things was it wasn't just money that caused them to pick Amazon. They picked the company that gave them the most freedom to do whatever the hell they wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have 3 guys who have statistically, the only reason Top Gear ever worked was because those 3 guys have chemistry.
Totally.
Prior, when it was Jeremy Clarkson and the other guy, it wasn't a really good show.
No.
It was those 3 chemistry. When you give those 3 chemistry and you give them freedom, it's very good TV.
It's like that show that Sean did with that one guy. Nah, it wasn't very good. And then you had the other 3 guys, and then now hey, now it's even worse.
Well, agree or disagree. Richard Hammond looks like a chihuahua.
He looks like a hamster.
He looks like a chihuahua, dude. It's in the eyes. He's got the chihuahua.
It extends to us, though. The only reason that we work is because, this show would suck if we didn't have some on-screen chemistry.
Because nobody else wants to do it?
Yeah,
Sean was not shy about performing our first time.
No, he was not.
No.
Damn.
Sparky, the problem was not in our pronunciation of aluminum.
I thought we were gonna get free food, but here we are 4 years later, and
no free food.
I got a fucking cookie.
Not even a cookie. Although I have.
Oh no, Mass! We did have the free cookies in the hotel.
I'm just thankful I didn't get that.
Oh, dude, those are pretty dope cookies.
They were pretty dope.
They made that hour for me.
Mm-hmm. The apples were good too in the morning.
Yes.
You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast or something by them, but it's like an alarm clock.
Woo, woo. See, that was the appropriate amount of fucking around. Now we can say foo. What are you waving on?
No, I think we need about another 15 minutes of fucking around if we're going to fill it out.
That might be true, really.
A Taco Bell sponsored vape show.
First and foremost, this is my choice of chip tonight. Lay's kettle cooked, salt, pepper, sea salt, cracked pepper, dude.
Yeah,
these are some of the best salt and pepper kettle cooks I've had. Do I still need to?
Who was that? Oh, it was Bootin again. The user for your PMs is Bootin NJ. That's BOOTINNJ for Jersey. He said a show sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah. I really don't think we would be successful copying Cheeksy.
No. So what about I like the kettle black pepper ones.
Those are good too. These are Lay's is, I don't know. I feel like they've stepped up their chip game some, their kettle cook game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they have.
Is that right?
Did you remember? I really like the Hers kettle cooks. Lay's ones are pretty damn good too. I have to, because the problem is the grocery store I frequent most doesn't have. Yeah, I'm reading chat right now.
Like pancake batter through a paper tube.
I don't know. That's one thing that Motherhead's good at is he makes a good metaphor, good simile.
I have to go with the lattice cut aged cheddar and black pepper for my favorite black pepper chip.
I think I had those. I think I had those one of the last time. I think you picked them up last time. Those are pretty good.
Very good.
I'm weirded out by the lattice cut.
Really,
So,
I like it.
lattice, waffle, whatever. So my most frequented grocery store doesn't actually. Their chip game was awesome when it first opened, then it declined for a while, and now it's resurging again because apparently, like kettle cooked chips, I've noticed they're really fucking popular now.
All right,
Like really. Because back in the day when I'd first had them, you could only get them in like the little small bags. Like, I couldn't find them like in a big bag.
I can't get big bags of my favorite chips.
Yeah.
Which ones?
The dirty chip Maui onion.
Yes, you can.
Well, that's because
around here, there's nobody who has.
No, dude, you have to take to the internet, or you have to go to the right grocery store.
One store has small bags usually, and I only get them if I go to that store.
There has to be a grocery store within 20 minutes of you that has them.
I'm surprised Sean doesn't like the pizza flavored chips.
No
Pizza flavored anything is fucking gross. Anyway,
pizza flavored
what am I?
things are weird.
What am I
Sean's like,
munching on?
hey babe, I got some pizza flavored condoms. Wee.
No. Anyway, aside from what I'm eating, I kind of squeeze into what I'm vaping. I'm vaping a few things. I have the Tribeca still, the iCare Mini. Yep. Got the Snowdrift from Bigglesworth and the Mad Jet. And after a very, very long absence from, where is it on my desk? Silly Rabbit from Karmic.
Ooh.
In the Kennedy.
Oh, shit. You're bringing something back. Me too.
I'm bringing some other shit back, too, from my news.
Ooh.
But anyway, yeah, I've been resting the billow. I haven't vaped abolishment in like a week and a half. I just know it's gonna taste that much better when I come back to it, because that's what this juice is. But yeah, more on that later. Thanks, Steve.
We're playing the cat dumpling in chat. Sorry. What am I vaping on? Well, today, as per normal, got the Dia Narda bell cap on top. It's got derailment in there. Billet box 4 with the exo set inside. Omen on top. Abolishment's in that one. Pulled the Evo back out. I haven't used the Evo in a little while because I've got a drifter on top, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. And here is Get Pissed. And last but not least, I'm I'm testing a mod that Sean made me test. This is the Port, and we're not going to talk about it too much today, but we'll talk about it in a little while. But the short of it is, Anksy's vaping is on mesh. What?
Let's talk about your little Doomsday Preppers stack over your shoulder there.
Right. Oh, yeah. So my wife very kindly went to the grocery store today and restocked. So I am definitely prepared for the next week or so.
So you mean your stock girl went?
You'd have to have a fucking
restocked
separate bunker just for Diet Coke. It's like, oh, can
He's
this kid
like,
sleep in here? No.
Here's how it goes. Ready? It's like, hey, honey, you going to the store? She leaves. She comes back, and the whole van is full of Diet Coke. That's all she went and got.
It's like, don't take the sedan. Take the van.
Should have been a giveaway, by the way.
She knows the local Publix. She knows when the Coke guy delivers. She's like, just load it up in here. Thank you.
Can you imagine? It's like X's wife are eating and she gets up. She's like, I gotta go. Like, what? Stock guy called me. Diet Coke's in.
Either that or angsty. All angsty searches are, can the Culligan man deliver Coke?
Amazon Prime now, man.
Hey, Culligan man.
I'm almost convinced that Angsty had a Diet Coke guy growing up and not a milkman.
No, that I'm not doing anything illicit with the this. This is for the mesh, right? I was meshing. That's what this guy's out for. So Mesh Addy kind of built in. Here's the short version: is kind of think about like a billet box, but the atomizer's built in, and it's a Jenny. It's like a proper mesh Jenny in here.
Yeah,
You gonna show people a bit later?
I'll show people a little bit later. I'm not going to go into it now because honestly, I just got it this weekend and just got it fixed last night late. And I'll tell you what happened there. And by the way, it's not the device's fault. Before anybody makes any assumptions. But anyway, we'll give a tour of it later. We don't have to do that tonight.
So this is gonna sound like a fucking rerun. Artmod Dia with a Narda with abolishment. Billet box with an Exo set with abolishment. And Artmod Evo, but with a Hadley instead. With Get Pissed.
The Narda 70%.
Yeah.
I got the Hexome 200 watt board device, and I have the freshly rebuilt. I'm trying out some of the Coil Master Cotton on the Velocity, and it's kind of funny that Ahmed brought back some old schools. I'm bringing back some more old schools, some Irish Car Bomb from Vape Kitchen. Man, this stuff.
How long has it been
so
sitting
nice.
in the drawer? That's what I want to know.
It hasn't. It's been less than a year.
You know, we talked about this. It has to be Boilermaker. It's not Irish Car Bomb. It's not
I don't care. Irish Car Bomb.
It's what us culturally aware Americans do.
It's so good. I want to go pour me a freaking Guinness right now and vape it. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Or make like a float.
I could totally go for a Guinness right now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Totally go for a Guinness.
Do I chew your own beard? No.
Can I chew mine yet? No, mine's not long enough to put in my mouth. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go super crazy with my beard this year. But
Boilermaker versus Car Bomb.
talk it out.
There's not much to talk about.
Talk out these nuts.
It's not something that people. Who was it that gave us a little crap for that? It was John Martin that gave us a little crap for that. Yeah, No, it wasn't John. It was somebody else. Who was that?
Car Bomb. That's when you go and eat Taco Bell and lock the windows in the car.
I forget. Anyway.
Good stuff.
You got any news going on this week?
Yeah, I do. Mass, you got that thing?
I got it. Let me know when you're ready.
I entered my first trick comp over the weekend. It was smashing. Mass, roll it.
You got it.
Very peaceful. Very friendly competition.
I didn't win because I made all the judges cry with how beautiful it was. So I didn't place. So, yeah, I did that. So, yeah, as I brought up, so before I get to the Silly Rabbit, this was of juice. I can't remember if I tried it around. I may have tried it around when I tried Silly Rabbit, but some local shit. Tally ho. Yo. Ho.
Tally ho. I seem to remember you having that around here a while back.
So, yeah, they're based out of New Jersey. I think they are a line from Good Guy Vapes. Yes, they are, because I got it from Good Guy Vapes. Which, actually, for those who don't know, the Henley, where I used to work, is now owned by Good Guy Vapes, bought them out. So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you when I was there. Like, when I went there to affirm my suspicions, because I heard something, and then I went. Anyway.
I don't think so. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
I needed eye care coils, and the fucking Beyond Vape down the block from my office doesn't have them yet. So I went down to Good Guy, picked some up, and I was waiting for my Silly Rabbit to show up, actually. I waited too late in the week to order it, and I ran out of juice I like to cloud bro with. So I picked some of this up. I think it was like 20. I think on the website it's like 25 for 60, which is a very reasonable price for a 60 ml in a shop, no less.
Yeah.
It's a strawberry custard. This flavor is called Dolomite. I'm not a big custard guy, as I need to reaffirm. I like Lab Rat's Cozy. That fucking infringement that Chucky made way back, that's probably still the best strawberry custard I've had. This one's probably like third or fourth in my book among custards. I like this. If you want to try it, I'd try it. It's old school. That's held up pretty well. And anything strawberry cream, I fucking hate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to really do it that much. I think I tasted on the first pull a little bit, and then it wore off. So that was nice.
Is it thick? Is it pretty BGE?
Yeah, I think this is at least a 70-30. It clouds pretty well. I'll say that. My Valentine from Bigglesworth is out. So my response, go with something I've not had in a while, which is Silly Rabbit from Karmic. Best fucking cereal I've had, with the exception for Looper and a K-Fun, which also tastes really good, surprisingly. Because Looper's 50-50, actually. Tastes really good in a K-Fun, by the way, if anyone's interested. So yeah, I haven't had this in a long time because Silly Rabbit's one of those juices that I like to rotate through. I can't order bottle after bottle after bottle because I don't want to vape myself sick of it. And it's that kind of flavor that I could. It's cereal, it's Fruit Loops, it's Tricks, whatever the fuck you want to consider it. And it's hell of in my book. I'm going to blow through this 120 faster than I can imagine. And I'm going to be sad at the end of it, but it'll be good because I'll order another bottle of it in a couple months. It's really good.
That's not a thing that I ever really picked up, the whole cereal thing. I tried, what was that first one? The first guys that came out with it, Sean, the 9 South or whatever?
Serial Killer.
Serial Killer, yeah.
So I had those first 2 bottles of Serial Killer, right, when it first came out, and I fucking loved it. It was amazing. And then I ordered a re-up, and every bottle I ordered after those first 2 bottles just tasted like weed.
Mine never tasted like weed, but I think I vaped 10 mil out of that first bottle and never vaped it again.
So my issue with Serial Killer, was it a good juice? Yeah. My issue with it got harsh when you really vaped it hot.
It did.
For me, anyway.
No, it broke down really early. It was a low.
You know when a sound is too high pitched, you kind of just go, that's how it was with the lime or the lemon in it. There was too much of those highs. I tried a bunch of other iterations from various companies. I think Karmic hit it on the head best for me.
Yeah.
For cereal vapes. Yeah, this is pretty much what I do. A Stash did Forever Young. Was it Forever Young? That was the kicks, the berries. That was also dope.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Fruit Loop, 9 South category of Serial Killer and derivatives, I think Karmic did it the best justice. Is it a little throaty? Yeah, it is a little throaty, but that's what happens when you got citrus in a juice. Be a man. Save citrus.
I think one of my favorite ones ended up being, it's discontinued now, but it ended up being the PB cereal from Charlie Noble.
Oh, I remember when I read they discontinued
the recipe for that online. So
yeah, I shared that a few weeks ago.
Exactly. But I think I think the Fruit Loops thing got so tired so fucking quick.
Yeah, because people love to milk novelties.
Exactly, but when PB cereal came out, it was a really nice, like, refreshing take on a cereal vape that was really
Oh,
good.
yeah. That's how I felt about Forever Young when we first got that from Stash.
There was one other one that I've had, and I can't fucking remember it because I kind of want to vape it again, that tasted just like Frosted Flakes, and that shit was awesome.
You're not talking about Dale's, are you?
It could be Dale's.
The Sweet Fog?
No, Sweet Fog's the cookie, isn't it?
It's cornflakes. There's Sweet Fog and there's cornflakes.
It might be cornflakes. That was super good. A little throaty, but super good.
Yeah, Dale's a good juice maker.
He is.
Mm-hmm. One of the best, if you ask me. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's plug Stout while we're at it.
Yeah, God, I got just drawers full of juice, and I don't touch anything anymore. I just vape the same shit all the time.
I'm still, like, vaping from the core for the most part.
Yeah.
Shit I've always vaped. You know? That was the thing. Silly Rabbit was one of those flavors because it's been at least 3 or 4 months I had it. Like, I took a pull, and I got vape nostalgic, man. Real time.
I'm probably like the majority of vapors in the sense that I love to vape cheap. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of Our Juice, and that's about it.
This is the smallest bottle of juice I've bought in I don't know how long. This is 60. This is the smallest thing I've bought.
Yeah, I pretty much just vape Poke because it's cheap.
But
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess got some interesting vape. Oh, I don't think I forgot to mention this, but I got a lot of batteries in from the Illumin sale. I got the 30Qs, and because I haven't been using the Billow, I bought these for like my Renegade and all that shit. Like I haven't used these yet, so I'll probably have some usage statistics in a week or two on these since I'm finally having my go with these. I ordered more 25 Rs from my Titan.
Wow.
Dude, it's tragic when you put tired 25 Rs on a Titan and it's just not hit. I know none of you can relate with that, but
they're like one.
like it just chucked nipple and not tits.
Right.
Yeah.
On the same sale, I did finally end up trying some VTC 6s.
Tell us about them.
Not very good so far. I've only had them for a couple of cycles, but they're solid. And we know that Sony's have historically always been good. Like the VTC 4 was like the first like hype battery back in the day, and I haven't. I kind of skipped the 5s because that was right in the middle of all the clones coming out and all that crap. So I never bothered with them. I just went from the 25 Rs to the doo-doos, and then the 30Qs, which are also good.
At this point, because I have the doo-doos still, I have the 30Qs, which are the pinks, right?
Yeah.
And then I have the VTC 6s. And I look forward to when a VTC 6 comes through my spindle. Like, it's my favorite battery to have drop down. Because I go, I'm going to have a good day with that battery. Like, I like that battery.
In a regulated mod, to be honest, I don't see a whole lot of difference between the 3. They're all good. They're all pretty solid. I think
they're very good batteries, but I still get that little bit more of like, oh, I'm happy it's the VTC.
Sure.
Mother had just said
before the show. It was a VTC that was up next to change my battery before the show, and I even said it to you in the hangout. Yes.
Mother had just said Sony's don't feel like they were manufactured accidentally. Very true.
I was watching AVE this last weekend, and I started typing away doing some stuff on my computer, and I had that up, and he was tearing apart a battery pack from, I can't remember who it was, DeWalt or another thing. Anyway, he tore it all apart, and it had like they weren't 25 Rs, they were like 20 Rs or something like that. I was like, that's almost the battery we It was really funny. There's like a bank of like 16 of them, half of them in series or something. It's crazy. Crazy. Is that it, Fu?
Yeah.
All right. The thing that I've got on top here to talk about this week is the Hellfire Exo set. And I talked about it last week. I'm not going to go through it again. I figured I'd go ahead and drop the review link in chat again just for giggles, in case you haven't seen it. Because I know there are a few people, we see people hand checking. And Plumes, if you've got a billet box, and the short of it is, if you've got a billet box and you like flavor and ease of build, there's nothing quite like it. It's really, really good. Hands down. that I've got, you know me, I'm a tank guy. All of my tanks sit over there literally doing nothing because now I'm squonking. And the only thing I do in a tank is embellishment. And I don't touch any tanks anymore. It's just squonking and the billet box exo set. So if you feel like watching the review so you can see a tour through it, do it. The link's in side chat there. I did sell my my runt squonker that I bought a while back to try the whole unregulated squonking thing. I sold that to a hooligan by the name of Jason, and as part of that, he traded me some things, and he sent over many jewel packets because apparently they were closing out up there in your area, Sean, and a few. I don't remember what convenience store.
Royal Farms.
Yeah. So they were selling them for like $2 a pop or something. And he picked up a double handful of them and sent some my way. So thank you, Jason. But the other thing that he sent over that I literally just put in like an hour or two before we came in here, it's a little embarrassing. I'm going to show it to you. And it's not embarrassing for what it is because I'm glad that I have to try it. What's embarrassing is how it looks. So here's a drifter. Let's go. Let's see if we can do this. By the way, I've got a new laptop, so if anything is weird and out of focus or something, I'm sorry. In general, I'm still getting stuff set up. So drifter, single coil, got a thin Clapton in there, but now, there's some urine on that side. So unfortunately, it only comes in Ultim, but they did make a single coil reducer, which is kind of cool. It kind of fits there on the side, and you can pull it straight out back in. I think this works. I've only been using it for a little while here today. But the flavor is surprisingly good because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the drifter anyway. But the SCR helps a little bit. Well, the other thing I got for the drifter is a bell cap. Who doesn't like a bell cap?
Oh.
Especially when you get a cool-looking deck.
XD, imagine if all the Ultim in the vaping market was Roberto's pee.
It probably is. Let's stabilize Roberto P.
Or Robert Kelly, of course. That's the
slow ramp up. I think you need to just watch.
My mod's telling me no.
So there's that. I'm having some hashtag just mechanical problems. My Limelight. I just noticed earlier today. I actually had to unscrew the battery because it started auto-firing on me. I think the weather has gotten to where it's swelled the wood a little bit around it, so to speak, and my switch stuck. So I need to take this thing apart and fix my switch. The upside is it should be pretty easy to do. I haven't done it particularly on this one yet, but it's a mech. I know Motherhead can attest that it can be broken if you're not careful, but there is that. I will. I'm kind of proud of myself. Okay, so I'm going to brag on myself just a little bit. So when I got the port in for review, this was an existing review unit, so to speak. And when I opened the package, it had a very heavy. Yes, Jeffrey, I have swollen wood. That's where I was going with that joke. There was a very heavy fragrance of RY4, and the whole thing was quite damp. So as you know, I'd never seen one of these things in person or whatever, so I kind of took it apart as best I could and cleaned it as best I could, got it built, and I was sitting and talking with some folks, and as I was using it, Motherhead said, hey, I don't remember what he was. He wanted to see something on the display, so I went to go do it, and the display kind of went, just sort of like crapped out.
That's exactly that's exactly what I do when, like, you know,
yeah, that's what it did. It kind of like flashed and just died.
Just melted.
So I didn't know what was going on. So I ended up hitting up the modder, whom I had not spoken to in a while. Certainly not since I got the review unit. And I was like, this is what's happening. I sent him a video of it doing it, and he goes, oh no, that's no good. We're gonna have to take this thing apart. I was like, okay. So I took this thing to pieces, removing circuit boards, and there's 3 in here, including the display. Took it all apart, washing it all in Everclear, so I could get all the e-liquid off of it, and then reassembling all of it. It took a while. And I was on a hangout with a modder, which is super cool. So at some point we're gonna go through and do this thing properly. But I wanted to brag on myself just a little bit for taking this thing to bits. Masty couldn't have taken this thing apart any more than I did, and that's saying something.
I beg to differ, but okay.
Unless you would have literally broken the the various components off the boards, nothing apart like that.
Yep, look what I do.
So I'll stand corrected with that.
Do you know this is the guy that makes the Mass Mod Mini?
Nope.
With a micro.
I'm just saying, Massey, you would have been proud of me. How about I'll say it like that?
Very proud.
That's not a bespoke mod. That's a mod that you can buy.
What's that?
Horror asked if it was a bespoke mod. I said it's not a bespoke mod. It's a mod you can go buy.
It's just shy of that because there's only, I'm trying to remember what he told me last night. I feel like there's only like 400 of them. And the customer service you get from Peter is amazing. I mean, you hit him up on Facebook and he'll do what he did for me, and that's get into a damn hangout and literally show me how to take this whole thing apart. Again,
But are they like? Can you go buy one right now?
You could on. I know Vapenart had one.
That was my curiosity. Does
Yeah,
Vapenart have them currently?
I don't know if he's got any more in stock. I know he had a couple in stock at one point, but I don't know if he's got any more.
It says in stock.
There you go. This is the port.
So I will link
Porthole.
to the port from
Yeah,
Vapenart.
by Peg Attack. That's right. Mm-hmm.
There's a link for it. It's a bit fucking pricey.
Yeah, it is not. It's not cheap. So okay, so if we're gonna actually talk about it a little bit, I will mention this. This is not a mod. Whoa, it just froze. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're still good.
So this is not a mod that uses literally off-the-shelf parts. Every single piece of it, including the board and the display, they're all. The board was made by Pegatech. The software or the firmware on the board made by Pegatech. The temperature limiting control stuff that's in here, all of it's custom. Every piece. Like the only thing he buys apparently off the shelf are the O-rings. Everything else is in there. And the other thing that's really cool, there's not one piece of solder anywhere in here attaching any of the components together. They're all actual hard male-female plugs, and you can disassemble it yourself and get
Is there hot glue?
No hot glue either. No, not even a dab. It's super, super interesting from an engineering perspective. So what I told Peter the other night is like, my initial impressions were the same thing. Remember back in the first time you saw Build Box Rev 3 and the engineering that went into that? Very similar to this. Like it's just made very well. Every like piece of it is made very well, and how it was designed and how all these things put together and fit inside of something this small, because it's smaller than a Build Box. In every dimension, which is impressive. So anyway, we'll go through a thing a while back, but the short of it is this is a really cool mod. It is expensive, but it's really, really cool. And we'll talk about it later. The last thing that I've got.
Hold on, because I have something else to say about the port. Because Peter did. I will start this with I asked, and Peter did give me permission.
Mm-hmm.
If mesh is not your thing, he is currently working on a cotton version of this mod.
That's a bold move. Let's see how it pays off.
Probably with more sales.
Maybe. I know because I talked to him about that, of course, in the Hangout while we were doing this. And he started designing this mod like 4.5 years ago, where some of the tech that – so, I mean, he was really quite forward-thinking in some of the stuff that he's got in here with the temperature limiting and that kind of thing. But the mesh thing was just – that's how he vapes. I mean, he's a mesh dude. So that's the thing that he made. He made a thing for himself first and foremost, and there's nothing wrong with that. But – as most of you know, I don't think any of us in here are really mesh heads, like mesh people. I'm barely functional when it comes to making.
I like mesh shorts. That's about it.
Exactly. My underwear's got some mesh on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is really interesting. There's two different versions on Vapenart. There's the port and the port stealth.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the one without display.
Oh yeah, that's no display, and it's cheaper because no display.
It is cheaper because no display, and everything's done via the little LED that's on the back there. That flashes several different colors and pulses and stuff. You can figure out. You can literally do temperature limiting with an LED. It can be done. You get a manual with it, and that's good because you'll need it. But I'm glad I got one with a display because I don't think I would have done well without it.
But it is worth noting that there's a cotton version in the works, and will probably be coming out in the next few months. I wanted to make sure that I made sure that we had permission to say that.
Yeah. It's exciting. That part's. I would be a little more excited about it if it was cotton. Because, and when I do this, by the way, I'll probably walk through some of the tips that he gave me for making my first mesh in here, or I guess my second one that I made was under his guidance, because he gave me a few tips and it made it a lot easier. To be honest, it wasn't as bad as what I normally do.
It might be beneficial to just shoot a standalone review.
Oh yeah, it's totally going to take a standalone review. There's no doubt about it. In fact, I'll probably do two. I'll probably do one just for the unit and one for the mesh build or something. Yeah, we'll see. With all the free time that I've got lately, anyway.
Yeah.
I did have one other thing I wanted to mention. So I saw this. Our buddy Jay Bigglesworth posted a picture. I think he posted it to ECR, and share my screen. The title of this is "Every Day We Stray Further from God's Light," and I think that's pretty accurate. This is the
try again.
It's black.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're real far away from God's light right now.
Right? It's just black. All right, here we go. Done. Is that better?
Yep.
All right, good. This is the ENVII Terra tank. It is now sit tight. It is a quad octocoil RTA.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now notice the ultim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got piss in it, and it's a quad octocoil.
It looks like the shit from Jurassic Park, the shit that Newman pulls out to pull it. Right? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Recall the Newman RTA.
That was a good mix of shows there. But it was Newman, you're right.
I don't know his actual name. He's just Newman from Seinfeld, who's in Jurassic Park. He can't be the only one that thinks that.
Oh, you're not.
I'm with Motherhead, though. Everything about that is offensive.
I don't disagree.
Dude, I think the TF-V8 is offensive.
Yeah, seriously. It really is, and this is only worse. So, I mean, you literally have 8 coils, and I assume it's a quad coil. Every one of them is a quad coil. So I assume at some point we had to come out with an atomizer that could do 250 watts, because I assume it can. It has to, I'm sure. And we've got the DNA 250 out, so something's got to take it.
The problem is we're sacrificing the fact that there's no way that can do 20 watts.
No. There's probably no way it can do 100 watts.
Probably not.
I'm sure it takes more than that.
I feel like they have a very small market that's going to appeal to.
What that market is will be DIYers that can afford to blow through 60 mil a day.
Or more.
Or more, yeah.
I just kind of want to see somebody vaping that thing at 200, 250 watts. Just take one fucking hit in the tank strain.
People who post in classifieds too broke to buy juice will take whatever.
Yep. If this tank takes a lot, man. We'll mix them together. Don't.
It's like you're driving a Hummer, like, oh man, I just can't afford the gas. You can't
right.
fucking drive it. Oh,
that's
Fingers.
Like, can you imagine a vapor sulking over how much juice their tank goes through?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Very, very readily, I can imagine that.
Yeah, because I'm just like, damn, this thing just fucking eats juice. I'm like, I like this tank too much.
Mm-hmm. John, you got anything?
I do have some things.
Yes.
So, first up, we did another thing. After much demand for a long time, we have opened a buy-sell trade Facebook group attached to the Plumes group called Plumes Garage Sale. You are welcome to join it. It's kind of a companion to our other Facebook group in case any other hooligans want to sell or trade in an environment that they feel is safe. I should also say that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a safe environment, because if you get screwed over, the most that we're going to do is kick somebody out.
There are very few people that I don't really like in our group. I mean, we've got thousands of people in there, and to be perfectly honest, I like most of them. But there are a few dicks.
Yes. So as with all things, buy, sell, and trade at your own risk. But it's there if you want to do it, and if you want to kind of keep it in that community. I know I prefer to sell stuff to people that I know and within a specific community.
Plumes Garage Sale crew.
Hashtag. That's my preference. Is to kind of work that way. So I'm sure that if I actually had anything that I could sell, I would consider it. But there's no price rules. You can flip as much as you fucking want. I don't care. And we control you as much as we fucking want because that's what we do. That's just who we are. If you guys haven't figured out by now that we are, what was Will's wording? Lovable assholes. then you're not going to get it.
Refer to it as.
Yeah, you're not going to get that at any point. So I don't really care anymore. We troll people and we make fun of people and we make fun of ourselves probably more than we make fun of other people.
We make fun of ourselves at least as much as we tease other people.
At least.
Yeah.
This is fun for us, guys. Like, this is not serious.
This is not that lovable,
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah, there you go. He just put it in there for you.
Yeah, they're lovable.
Me and my friends in college always refer to it as we're classy assholes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We drink wine out of a can.
I'll take that.
Will said lovable dicks, not mean-spirited assholes. That's about right.
Yep. All right. So, I had a need for a vaping thing, so I picked up a vaping thing, and that thing that I picked up is I bought my original billet box back.
It's a nice box.
I like this purple, but the need is, my kid is now walking and getting bigger and moving faster and getting around much quicker. So the concept of having this sitting in a room when I'm playing with my kid is a little frightening because she will grab and throw things. So I don't really want to have something that costs a lot of fucking money sitting around for her to grab and throw. Yeah. Especially something that can break pretty easily. This is a little bit more bulletproof. It's a Built Box Rev 4. And I was lucky enough to get an exo set for the inside. There it is. And the exo set has kind of changed my billet box experience a little bit because I always said that the billet box experience, like the shittiest part about the billet box has always been the atomizers. They've always sucked.
Yep.
This one I think is the exception. I think it's very smartly made. It works well. It vapes good. It doesn't vape as good as any of the Squonk stuff that I have, but it vapes good. And I do enjoy the vape. So this has kind of been my going out, or we're remodeling and putting new furniture and painting the bedroom and stuff. Like, this has been for that. That's what this is for. If I'm at my desk, I'm probably not using it, but when I'm upstairs, this is what I take.
Dude, I just noticed something. And this is relevant. I finally put a little bit of a scratch on the billet box, and I've carried it now internationally.
I see.
That. Yeah. Bit. This thing it's super tough, man.
How can you scratch?
How can you scratch?
Well, it's funny because me and you were just kind of chatting about this prior. I've started to notice that my Dia, which is used a lot,
yeah,
it's got some micro scratches on it. It's got a little bit of scratching on. I'm starting to wear off some of the coating.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like to a lot of people, that's like, oh my God, no. To me, that means I'm getting my money's worth out of this fucker.
Certainly.
If I wear a mod, if I wear down a mod from use, not from damage, but from fucking use, to me, that means I didn't waste money on that mod. That's good for me. Like, I'm happy to beat the crap out of the mod in that regard because I paid a lot of money for it. I'm going to fucking use it.
No safe queens. Hashtag no safe queens.
I fully expect the billet box by the time I'm done to be even more beat up because I fully expect it to fall down and I fully expect it to get thrown and all kinds of other crap, but it works, and that's what I bought it for.
That's right. Mm-hmm. You take care of your stuff, but for use, it's gonna look like it's been used a lot.
Yep.
It's had hundreds of mil through it, and it's a thing.
So, thank you, Kyle Cena. I love you for this. The meme turnaround time in this show is pretty fantastic because Kyle just proved my point. Post this in the Facebook group. Right?
Well,
am I right or am I right or am I right?
You're right.
Fucking Newman. You shouldn't have fucked with that dinosaur dog. Shouldn't.
But
you did not say the proper word.
I thought that was an interesting kind of topic to bring up, is just that, fucking even nice mods get used in show wear. And that's okay. Like, we should be happy about that because it means that they're getting used. I don't think I own anything that I've spent a lot of money on that I don't touch. Ever.
Right. that's because that's dumb.
I agree. It's as dumb as hashtags.
Hashtag blessed.
It might be slightly less dumb than that.
Slightly. I'll give you that. But anyway, the Exo set is very good. The billet box has always been very good. They do very good work. The Exo set kind of makes me happy to have this again.
Yes.
I don't think I would have ended up keeping it if not for that Addy. And then one piece of unrelated news. Did you guys, any of you guys, other guys hear about MasterCard?
Yeah.
Yes.
From you when you mentioned it the other day.
Yeah, so MasterCard, and this is going to affect shops more, but I would fully expect this cost to probably end up hitting consumers. MasterCard's revised policy to comply with the U.S. FDA's tobacco products regulations. It's going to be $500 a year for registration fee for anybody who takes MasterCard, and the only shipping method is going to be adult signature required or adult signature on delivery via USPS. So what that means is your shipping is going to go up to I can't imagine any vendor is going to eat that cost. I just can't.
No.
So your shipping, if you use MasterCard, is going to go up to $14 minimum to ship. They'll probably readjust their rates next year. What's that?
Is it 14? I thought it was 11.
No, it's an additional 7 on top of the already 7.
Wow.
And there's a de facto age limit set to 21. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work out yet. That said, they do fully expect that other companies, American Express and Visa, are going to follow the same billing procedures as we go forward, since now that vaping is a tobacco product, it's absolutely 100% high risk, and they can do that. They can put these restrictions on it and shit. And a lot of payment processors have before, but now we're starting to see, like, when MasterCard, Visa, and American Express start to get involved in that, like, that means that it's a big thing. Mm-hmm. I said before on the show that I think adult signature required is going to be the only way to ship vape stuff going forward, if you're even allowed to ship vape stuff. Yeah. I really strongly still believe that that's going to be the only way that's considered.
The way that they're doing that reminds me of this right here. Ready? Here we go. Wait for it. Get over here. That's how this whole process is going to work. They're like,
in all fairness, I haven't on a MasterCard since college.
Get over here.
I don't actually have one now.
But this is going to set a very bad precedent because all the other credit card companies are going to fall in line eventually.
Oh, yeah. Some of the MasterCards is, Visa's going to do it.
It is, and you're right, but adult signature required is not the worst thing that we can do.
It sucks you have to be home.
Yes, but it's going to be what has to be done, really.
This is called compromise.
Yeah, that's our future, right? Like, and it's better than Blue Check and all these other companies. It's more verified than that too, because that way, you actually have to fucking sign. So that's going to be the compromises, I think. Pending that USPS still allows people to ship vapor products, the compromise is going to be adult signature.
I mean, they can tell you can't, but they literally can't enforce it.
No, but the credit card providers can enforce it and use that shipping method. And that's what it looks like we're coming to. The credit card providers say, hey, we won't accept any of these cards unless you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we talked about similar possibilities previous,
Now, what I would expect is either, for now at least, is vape companies are either going to stop taking MasterCard, or if they take MasterCard, they're going to force adult signature required anyway, because I don't know of a processing system, and I could be wrong, that goes, oh, you're using this card, this type of card, these are the only shipping options available to you.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is, if they do MasterCard, they're going to have to probably force everybody to adult signature required. So be prepared to pay for about $14. So stock up, when you ship, rather than buying a $15 bottle of juice and paying $14 to ship it. That's all I got. More on that as we have more information. Right now, that's all I know.
Is that a zombie Pikachu on your screen back there?
It's from the new Pokemon game, which I've been playing because my wife's a huge Pokemon fan and wanted me to play.
Gotcha.
So I'm playing Pokemon Moon. It's a ghost-type Pokemon. It's really creepy, actually. It's a ghost Pokemon that dresses up like Pikachu because Pokemon think it's ugly and don't like it.
It looks like part Pikachu, part clown, part like fucking Harley Quinn.
So it disguises itself as Pikachu in the hopes that Pokemon can be friends, that it'll make other friends. It's creepy.
That's pretty creepy,
dude. There's a lot of like Cubone. One of the Pokemon Cubone. He's an old school Pokemon from when I was a kid. Fucking, he wears his mother's dead skull on his head as a mask.
Yeah,
like that's his entry. Like there's just some dark shit.
That's pretty dark. I didn't know that.
Yo, man, fucking, I told Slowpoke not smoke all that weed, man. I told him.
Yeah, there's some super dark shit that goes on in those.
Like
slow, bro. Oh boy, that's it. So yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, the new game has been fun though because it's in like Hawaii, which is kind of fun.
Hawaii's always good.
The setting is fun.
Okay. So magic.
You know that I had you zoomed up the entire time you were playing that earlier.
You're a jerk. So speaking of magic, I saw this picture post on Reddit a few days ago, and what you're looking at there is I believe a DNA 75. There we go. Now they're on the side,
bowling
nice
ball,
and shiny. You know,
really close to Kevin's mod.
DNA 75 mod. Okay, on the left hand side, it's acrylic. And the user said that it was a fiber optic mod. So on the right side, you could see, a few little speckles. I really hope he didn't take fiber and put it in there and then try to light it, because that's one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever seen. You just leave some areas with less material and the light's going to shine through. Like, what? How does it even make any sense? So I just thought I'd show this because I thought it was kind of weird.
It is weird.
Because the picture in the dark, I know it doesn't do justice here because I can't, but it's like 3 or 4 speckles that are showing through. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just leave areas without the dark colors?
Yeah.
The light's going to shine through it, So...
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and to some Tankifixions, I showed this to the guys
we
earlier.
didn't already do that before?
No, and this is the Dragon Ball
Cisco Fictions.
Cisco Fictions with some Velocity style deck.
No, it's a straight up Velocity deck. There's no style. There's no style of Cisco here. It is Velocity deck.
So yes, this is the Dragon Ball. I just thought it was funny. Go.
I'm laughing so hard because it looked. I literally, when you mentioned it, I'm like, that looked exactly like I thought it would in my head.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I think we talked about that hanging a while back because if I remember right, it can be a tank or a dripper.
Yes.
I think you can direct drip or you can fill the Dragon Ball with the liquid.
Yeah.
Velocity deck.
So on really fucking weird addies, the Plumes group once again comes to the rescue, right? Is my screen showing?
No, you're blind.
Not yet.
Now? No?
Not yet.
No?
All right, hold on. Let me do it again.
3 times El Charmo?
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So this guy is 34. This is from Tom Fraser. It's 34 millimeters wide, 20 millimeters high, and doubles as a spinning top.
That's stupid.
What? That is pathetic.
Yeah, it looks like you could screw a piece of the bottom to be a spinning top. And
Dreidel.
Keep that up on the screen. I love that Sean's suggested stuff is Spider-Man suits, full body suits for women.
Right? I want
on the
one.
sides.
Sean, is that what you want? Is that
looking-
what you've been wanting for Christmas?
Spider suit for my wife.
If I was ever in a shape that I could wear,
Round as
like that, I said that I would buy one.
I get the Michelin Man one.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. If I were ever in a position in my life where like I was back in like the shape that I was in college, I would totally buy like a Spider-Man suit.
You know that the sidebar ads have been really out of whack lately because remember that one I put on of Durst, right? That was kind of funny. That I had some Fred Durst thing, but then the next day I like had furry stuff over there. I was like, "What the fuck? Who's been using my computer?"
That's worse than costumes.
It's worse than costumes. No, wait, it wasn't furry. It was like sexy anime things, like manga stuff.
That's tearing at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that there's something a little weird with their algorithms.
Mine honestly could be because I bought that Iron Man helmet.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
So I bought a piece of costume cosplay things, and I'm gonna get ads for it because that's just the way.
I noticed they've been doing a lot more from geolocation of the IP. So if anybody else in your house that's on Facebook using it, and any searches and stuff like that. So
well, my wife is arguably a bigger nerd than me, so that's absolutely a possibility too.
Yeah, possibly. Yep. And that's all I got. That's it.
Fuck. All right. Well, then that's it.
That was perfect. Right in there.
Yeah. That's about it.
Man.
What?
Never mind. I'll mention it when we go off air.
You can. Okay. Well, that's about an hour then, guys. And we don't have anything else to talk about right now.
Yeah. We're ending a little early, man. The chat has not nutted yet.
Yeah. There's just.
It did when we came in.
Yeah,
no, it's shit.
We're in a post-regulations world, and
but we were rocking for an hour for a little while, and we.
Fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Yes.
I cannot. I will admit before we go off air that I totally took that song and changed it to why the fuck you crying for my infant. And I used to sing it to her and she'd wake up in the middle of the night crying. All right. See you later.
But
Peace out.